Here's the last one. I'm going to go quick this time. Bass clef. So we have an A on the bottom. Remember, all cows eat grass. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a fifth. We're going to look up the key signature of the bottom note, which is A. A has 3 sharps. The 3 notes that are supposed to be sharp: F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Okay? F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. What's that top note? All cows eat. It's E, but it's got a flat sign in front of it. Is E supposed to be flat in this key? Circle doesn't say anything about any flat notes. Circle says we should have 3 sharps, and the only sharp notes should be F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. This E is not supposed to be flat, according to the circle, that is. Okay, so let's look at the keyboard. Here's A, and here's E natural. That's what the circle says we should have, right? The circle says it should be E natural. That would be a perfect fifth. But what we ended up with, instead of this E natural here, we ended up with an E flat. Look at that. Here's E natural, here's E flat. You notice E flat's lower than E natural, and because the top note is lower, it's a little bit closer to this bottom note. Okay, so A up to E flat is closer together than a perfect fifth. Here's the interval chart again. Some of you might be saying, oh, it's a minor. But wait a minute, look at this chart. A fifth is one of the perfect intervals, right? Do you notice there's no minor on this side of the chart? If a perfect interval, if the 2 notes of a perfect interval are a half moved so that they're a half step closer, it becomes diminished. There is no minor for any of these perfect intervals. So what we have here, A up to E flat, is a diminished fifth.